Today we're gonna hike to Whitecap Mountain in Rumford, Maine. All Trails says it's a little over 5 miles, about 1,600 feet elevation gain, but I'll see what it tacks in at the end. So the trailhead is a little bit north of Route 2 in western Maine. Relatively small trailhead, enough room for a handful of cars. Looks like there's a couple different trail options to Whitecap Mountain here. I'll be doing the orange-red trail today, which on the map here it says it's about 2.5 miles to the top. But I'm looking forward to it. I've never done this hike before. It looks like it's a popular hike in the summertime, just from the Google Maps views that I've seen. There's a lot of cars kind of parked on the shoulder outside the trailhead here. Otherwise, it's a really cold morning as I step off today. My car read 0 degrees on the temperature gauge. So I won't be recording too much of the hike today, just for the sake of my equipment. It really can't handle these frigid temperatures. And the gloves that I have on, I have 3 different gloves on. It's just hard to manipulate all the equipment, so I'll just really show you snippets today throughout the trail. Not looking forward to it. Let's get to it. We're about 0.8 miles into the trail. It's been pretty interesting, the first bit here. About 10 minutes into the trail, I couldn't feel my left index finger, so I was getting a little worried about frostbite there. But now I just need to downgrade a little bit. So I'm getting a little too warm, I feel like. So just taking off my inner layer. Definitely should have started with it like that. And then we'll get back on the trail. Normally when I'm out making these videos, different trails in New England, I tend to focus very much on the trail itself and try to minimize how much the videos are about me. And I figured today give you just a little bit of insight of who I am and why I do this. So I started hiking when I was about 5 years old. I, at the time, lived out in the West Coast in Oregon, and my dad was the one that really introduced my love for hiking. And I moved to New Hampshire when I was in 3rd grade. I think it was 1999. Moved out here and continued the different hiking adventures and just being outside. A little over 4 years ago, my son was born. And he was born with a condition that essentially paralyzed his body from the waist down. One of the first things that came to my mind a little over 4 years ago was it's possible I wouldn't be able to share that same love with hiking in the outdoors that I had with my father. It's better with these. Is it? Oh, okay. So over time, kind of realized that I wanted to take this love that I have for being out here, share it with him, share it with others like him, or anyone that has that shared love for just being outside Maybe you're looking for your next hike. Maybe you're not able to, and you want to see the different adventures that are out there in the world, or in our small corner here in New England. And it can be hard for me to kind of speak my true inner thoughts sometimes. With my time in the Army, I served for about 15 years. Definitely have some inner demons that I'm personally working on. Like getting out, being out here is one of those things that helps significantly in so many different ways. And I know that for many people, professionally in the work that I do, I work with veterans and I facilitate different groups, one of them being a hiking group. And just with my experience personally, but also with others, it's just powerful what being out here truly can do for us. And that's really what I want to share here in New England Trails. But for today, enough of that. We'll get back to the trail. But honestly, thank you for listening and letting me in. It means a lot. Let's see where we're at. Okay, about 1.2 miles. Probably hard to see, but I can see a little ridge line or bump in front of us. So we must be getting pretty close to kind of the point where it's gonna go up quite a bit. I think the first section of the trail was relatively easy going, but from what I saw on all trails, I didn't really see any significant elevation gain or steepness in the grade. The most I think I saw was around 20-25, which very much puts it into the category of a moderate hike. No scrambles. Starting to get little glimpses of the view between the trees here. Probably hard to see in the video, but it's there, I promise. Let's keep going though, so we can get to that open summit. Take a little break here. This is pretty cool. Just want to grab a sip of water, but this little ice formation with the water going down is pretty cool. Well, I made a rookie mistake. I apologize for this video being so up close, but my action camera, the batteries died, and I did not bring my spares today. So that's cool. So I'm using my my mirrorless, the big camera right now to record. I missed about the last mile of recording because I came across a local that was on the trail here today, and it was nice talking with him. I just wanted to enjoy the trail with him. He was showing me some of the nearby trails in the area. That's him down there. Looks like a beautiful trail. But we'll keep moving here. The summit's just a little bit further. Summit here. There's a lot of viewpoints up here, just in all different directions, different patches of trees and rock throughout here. Kind of a clouded view up here today, but from the pictures I've seen, if it wasn't clouded over off in that direction, you'd be able to see the presidentials, an old spec 4,000 footer over there. But otherwise, yeah, this is a great summit feel up here. Really like it. This was a great trail. I did enjoy it despite everything that happened, not being able to record much of the footage for you today with my action camera dying and everything. I wish I could have got more, because this really is a nice trail, beautiful area. Definitely would like to come back here. Overall, I would say this was a moderate hike as anticipated. There were no scrambles at all. I didn't have to use my hands at any places throughout the trail. The local that I met up with did tell me in the summertime this is pretty popular, especially because of all the reddish brown that you see throughout here. It's all blueberry bushes, so it's really common for people to come up here and pick a little bit of blueberries when they're up here. If you enjoyed this one, you'll definitely want to check out Caribou Mountain. It is a little bit harder than this one, more elevation gain, further miles, but better views as well. So I would highly encourage that one if you enjoyed this one. But thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you on the next one.